Hi, my name is Jake Hoskins. I lead the Intelligent Document Processing Specialist team at AWS. I've been at AWS for a little bit more than 3 years.
Hi, everyone. My name's Helene Fox. I'm the head of alliances for Iron Mountain, and I've been with Iron Mountain for 22 years.
Hello, my name is Kristen Wilcox. I'm the Iron Mountain North American Alliance Director supporting our partnership with AWS. And I've been with Iron Mountain for 20 years.
Hi, I'm David Williams. I'm the Cloud Manager for Iron Mountain Insight, where I lead the DevOps and DevSecOps teams. I've been with Iron Mountain for 4 years.
Great. Today during the webinar, we're going to go through a quick overview of AWS Intelligent Document Processing. We're going to see a demo of how the AI works using a demonstration application. And then we're going to turn it over to our friends at Iron Mountain who are going to share more about the Insight solution. And we're going to end the session today with links to resources so that way you can go learn more. Amazon Intelligent Document Processing is used across industries. So we work in finance. So this would be use cases, think about like helping people get mortgages faster. In insurance, that'd be property and casualty and life and health. Real estate transactions always have a lot of paperwork with purchase agreements. We help customers get their taxes done faster, as well as typical business operations. So think about doing invoices, paying bills. And then on legal side, we also help out with dense legal contracts. And then on the government part, we help with both state and local government as well as federal, all the different paperwork that our government does on our behalf. We heard from customers that legacy processes really were not meeting their needs today. The legacy OCR, think about old school OCR, if it was a little bit skewed or wasn't looking very nice or the forms changed a little bit, would often break those brittle templates. And then when customers had to have manual staff come in and help, the manual staff are always time consuming, error prone. I know I can't hardly type in my own credit card without making a mistake or two. And then they're expensive. The other part when you're working with manual processes is that they don't scale easily with document volume. So if you have a high season, a lot of times we've heard from our customers that the SLAs would break. And so they weren't able to get the mortgages out, loans out. They weren't able to get claims paid as quickly as they wanted to for their customers. And then during the low season, the staff ratios weren't right and it wasn't driving the profitability that our customers were looking for. And then last thing we heard from customers was it was really difficult to find the information they needed for their business decisions. So typically you might have a large document file, but you really only need a handful of key data points to drive the next step in your business process. So ultimately what we want to do is help our customers process their documents faster to really drive a shorter decision cycle so they can turn faster decisions for their end customers. And this also enables you to serve more customers with the same amount of staff, as well as have your staff do higher value tasks that they're just going to be happy about going to work. Going in and just typing in simple information just isn't the highlight of most folks' day, and they really want to help contribute more value to the organization. The benefits of intelligent document processing are that Amazon, we really help enable a fully automated IDP workflow, and it takes your scarce and expensive ML resources and go work on other problems in your business. Very rarely do we ever come across a customer that doesn't have just a boatload of use cases for machine learning to help improve both their internal operations as well as how they interact with customers. So moving the paperwork over and using pre-built AI helps them go a lot faster because those scarce resources can go tackle other problems while we help out with the paperwork. And to do that, we really go beyond just the basic OCR, the old school we mentioned before, and help you process documents that look like forms or tables, IDs, invoices, dense text contracts, and get that key information you need out of those documents. So then ultimately you can send that to a downstream decision system, as I mentioned earlier. One of the key points when you're doing intelligent document processing is that you want to look at the overall cost of your document processing. And so this just isn't the cost of the software you're using, it's how expensive is it by going slow on your business process. So if it took you, 3 months to get a mortgage out the door, but if you could save a month of that, how much money would that make your firm, and as well as being able to reduce the amount of waiting time and bad NPS scores for your customers. And you're looking at the total cost also includes the cost of the human effort. So before, if a human was able to do 5 units of work in a day, if you're able to do 10, that's really a cost savings. And then there's always the cost as a pay-as-you-go basis for the AI services. So typically AI services, you can look on our pricing pages for those specific costs, but think on the realm of pennies and nickels per page, and that compares to having a human look at it, which typically measured in dollars per page to have a human take a look and process this. And so ultimately, you're able to drive a much faster decision and results for your end customers. Great. The thing I like most about work on the intelligent document processing team is the impact that our customers have on their customers just by going faster and really helping them deliver a better experience, whether that's getting claims paid more accurately, as I mentioned, getting loans, or even helping to buy a car. So it's great that we can improve everybody's life a little bit by just making the paperwork go faster for our end customers. Great. Next up, we're going to jump into a demo. So just before we get started, wanted to quickly let you know, the demo we're seeing here is demo software. This isn't, AWS does not sell this application. We just use this to show the end-to-end flow of how the AI works in a typical document workflow. Great. So today we want to show you the typical workflow. This is an insurance caseworker portal, but the concepts from intelligent document processing apply across a wide variety of businesses we mentioned earlier. So the first thing to note here is that one of the common reasons for failure within a document processing workflow is that not all the documents are there, surprisingly common. So in this case, we were able to detect, hey, if there's 6 required documents for the workflow, we only got 5. Fail fast, so to speak, reject the claim in this case, and then send the customer a note and say, hey, customer, you forgot to upload the 6th document, for example. Please upload it so that way we're able to process your claim in a timely manner. The great thing for customers is that they don't have to wait for 3 weeks to go get that letter of, hey, we finally looked through your documents and you missed one. They can be notified right away. So that way they can upload the document they need to, and your process can get restarted. And the same thing on the second one you see here is that the claim, because all the documents are there, all of the critical information was within the documents there, as well as the business rules were met for your process, you're able to go straight through processing. In this case, the claim was approved and humans weren't required as part of the workflow. Behind the scenes, this is all powered by AI. So we're going to go a little bit slower. We're going to slow it down so we can see the demo, and we're going to go through a new claim that just came in. So the first step when you're getting a business process going with intelligent document process, hey, you have a bunch of documents. In the old days with manual processing, you might have to have a human take a look at it. So the human would be here clicking around and saying, hey, what's the first document? In this case, it's a health insurance form. And you also see the different document types. So PDFs, as well as images like PNGs or JPEGs also come in the door, TIFFs off of a scanner. And so first step is let's help classify it. This is an example where our AI is easily tunable. So using specific examples from your business, so whichever categories make sense, you just need to provide a few examples, click train, and then the AI we have is able to classify documents in the future when you send them the next version. And so in this case, we did get all 6 documents, so that's good. Unfortunately, one of the documents, the insurance ID, the confidence score that the AI produced was only 58%. And so in this case, we set up a business rule that says, hey, if the confidence is less than 80%, let's have a human take a look at it to make sure the document's right. Instead of before, the human had to take a look at all 6. Now we're just taking a look at one where the confidence wasn't met. So we'll take a quick look. Yep, this is an insurance ID. So we had a human in a loop, validate it, and we're now able to go on to the next step of our business process. Great. So behind the scenes, the AI was run. That's why you saw the little spinning. So what happened was we took this form, we sent it to the AI, and then the AI sent you back all the results you see on the right for the form. So the form AI went through and it looked at it and read it and says, hey, the patient's name is John Doe. They also live at 123 Any Street. And the information was nice and organized. So here you have the key value. So the key would be the category. The value would be Jake's, like first name Jake would be key value. In this case, it would say 123 Any Street. And it keeps it organized so you can grab the information and send it to the next step in your business process. Our capabilities don't just work for kind of nice pre-done forms like this one. It works for any form that you want to send in. If a human can fill it out, the AI has probably seen it, and it's able to go grab those key values off your form and send it to your downstream process. It also works for handwriting. It can detect my handwriting, so that's pretty good, as well as check boxes that you might see here. So it'll say, hey, it knew that the spouse was checked on the patient relationship. Scooting down the form a little bit, oops, we'll scroll. You see here that the table, the form also has a table on it. And so it's really important to keep the information on the tables nice and organized as well. Just because for us, as we're reading as humans, the rows and the columns help us keep it organized. So you see here, the person had a procedure on October 11th. And if we click over to our tables AI, you can see here that the rows and the columns were kept nicely organized. And you can even see that the charge for the first procedure was $170. So if we scroll over there, you see it was 170. And this information, because it's organized, you're able to cross-check later in the process. The next document we'll take a look at is our insurance ID. One thing is that when you call it, the Forms AI, to me as a human, this doesn't really look like a form. It looks like an insurance ID, but to our computer vision AI, it's able to go through and use that same technology to find the important information you need, such as the group numbers, the doctor's name, so Mateo Jackson, and it keeps, again, nice and organized. You'll hear that as a recurring theme as we go through. Advantages of using the more advanced Forms AI is that if you didn't and you just went for kind of the OCR, which is also powered by machine learning, it's very accurate, but I like to think of this as a difficult to process bag of words. So each of these words does come back with a geometry on it. So it says where it is on the page and it says what the confidence score of the word is, but that's a lot to sort through for your post-processing. So unless you like doing post-processing as a nights and weekends hobby, you're able to save a lot of time if you go use the Forms AI and grab out that important information you need for your process. Next one we'll go through here is a driver's license. This is an example of our driver's license AI. And so here we go and we grab out the key information for US passports as well as US driver's licenses. And it doesn't need to be labeled. So up above on the form you saw before, it would take out the key value that you saw. So if it said given name Jacob, that was we would come off the form, versus if it said first name Jacob, that's what the results would be. Here, it's able to normalize it. So you say, hey, 123 any street is where the person lives, but there's not any hint to the computer that says, hey, where does it say? It didn't say this is my address or John Doe's address. But we're able to grab that information off of the driver's license because our AI has been trained on how to go read these licenses and passports and grab that information. And the same thing with like the last name. It didn't come out as Ellen Doe as a person's last name. It understood that Ellen was a category, so it was a last name. And so it put the Doe as a last name into your database. Moving on, we also have a special AI that works for invoices. So you see here, a lot of invoices will have typical things like who sent it to you, what address did they come from, where is your address, what's your business name, as well as line items. So how much did each of the things you buy cost, and then standard fields such as your total. So our invoices AI will go through and grab the key information off of the document and keep it nice and organized with a standardized output. So, hey, if I really just care about the total, it's automatically detected out and it's standardized for you. And then if you look at the line item fields, here using the similar technology you saw above with the tables, we're able to keep it nice and organized so you see what each of the line items cost you. Great. Moving on to the next document. So this is an example of being able to tune the AI based on the specific business terms that are important for your business. So here, this is a hospital discharge summary. So the important things are important to the insurance carrier we're simulating here would be what's the provider's name? So who's the doctor? It's Mateo Jackson. Who's the patient? John Doe. And then also, what's their patient ID? So what's the insurance number we keep track of them with? And it's able to scan through the document and find the key parts of information that you need for your business process. It's not listed on the screen, but we also have a capability where you can ask questions of the document. So you could say, hey, who is it discharged to? And then you're able to come back with the information. So for example, home with supporting services. And that's a neat capability if you really just need a handful of pieces of information off of your document. We're also able to work with medical terms. And so if you're outside of the human and life sciences business, might be less relevant. But if you need to do things like go scan through medical notes and do things like look at ICD-10 concepts, like billing codes, it's able to look at there and say, hey, based on the information on the form, what billing codes do we think would be most applicable? And again, each of these come back with a confidence score, so you're able to sort and highlight the most important ones for your workforce. Another thing we heard from customers is that it's very increasingly important to protect personal identifiable as well as personal health information. So our technologies are able to go scan through and identify both PII and PHI. And once it's identified, then you can redact it. And this makes it easy to limit sharing of confidential information for people who don't have a need to know. Great. Moving on, this is the last step in the process. Because all the information is organized as we've gone through, we checked, it's like, hey, great, we have all 6 of the documents that are required for this process. You can also do things like cross-checking. So, hey, what information did I have on my bill? So what was the summary on the claim? Was it 405? Awesome, it was also on the invoice. And then you can also supply specific confidence thresholds. So some information might be more critical on your document than other areas. So here, it's really important to get the insured's ID. So maybe we set a confidence score of 90% and it hit it, so it goes through. But if the confidence would have been lower on that form, so let's say 60, 70, that's when you would have triggered one of your humans to take a look and validate that it was okay. And so each of those thresholds can be set based on what your business needs are. And you also can tune them as you go. So based on where it makes sense for you to invest your people in the process, you can change these depending upon how your business needs change. Great. Thank you so much for listening to the demo. We're going to move on to the next step of our webinar today, and we'll turn it over to our friends at Iron Mountain.
Thank you so much to Jacob and the AWS team. My name is Helene Fox, and I, along with my colleagues, David Williams and Kristen Wilcox, are so excited to be here today in partnership with you. Iron Mountain has a long history of supporting our customers across the information management lifecycle. And we're so passionate about our customers and meeting them wherever they are on their digital and workplace transformation journeys. And intelligent document processing is a critical step in that journey to unlocking value and insights from their data. For those of you that are not familiar with Iron Mountain, we have 70+ years of information management experience. Our customers trust us with their most valued assets and data across our digital, records management, data center, entertainment services, and asset lifecycle management businesses. The foundation of our client relationship is trust and security, with over 95% of the Fortune 1000 trusting us across 63 countries. And that foundation of trust in securing our customers' most valuable assets uniquely positions us to collaborate with our customers and give them the power to unlock the value of their data, whether it's physical or digital. Our customers want to leverage the power of artificial intelligence and machine learning and understand the tremendous value it can bring to their organizations. In order to support our customers' digital and workplace transformation initiatives, Iron Mountain invested in building a cloud-native platform that allows our customers to digitize and ingest content at scale from any source, classify and extract all the value of that content at ingestion using cutting-edge AI ML, plus leveraging our expertise in information management and governance. Insight is a turnkey offering which allows our customers to accelerate their time to value by supporting digitization and ingestion of content from various sources, anything from paper, tape, microfilm, file shares, or legacy ECMs, and across many different formats: documents, images, videos, photographs, audio. We can apply intelligent document processing where we classify and enrich the content and extract all of the value and insights at ingestion, helping to automate and accelerate business processes, differentiate customer experience, and simplify and evidence compliance. It's incredible what you can do with this rich content. Organizations can automate manual error-prone processes and inefficient workflows. Like Jake mentioned, freeing up resources to support higher value tasks. We provide content management and collaboration capabilities to enable teams to work together effectively. The ability to search and access exactly the right data at the right time allows users to gain insights from the data rather than spending their time searching for it, all while supporting comprehensive governance and content protection capabilities. Across all industries, our customers have large collections of content, both physical and digital, along with document and data-intensive business processes. When implementing IDP, we always start with the problem we are trying to solve and our customer's desired outcome. Once we understand the problem, we can configure the processing pipeline to match the business needs of our customers using the platform. I've shared with you where we have made investments in both intelligent document processing and content services to help automate business processes and deliver meaningful value to our customers. Our SaaS offering on AWS includes our large-scale ingestion from scanning and digitization, intelligent document processing, content services, and is also the foundation for our vertical and horizontal solutions, including mortgage processing, accounts payable, and digital mailroom. Our industry-specific solutions sit on top of our platform, leveraging the capabilities to capture, classify, and extract content. Low confidence classifications and extractions can be reviewed and corrected through our human in the loop, providing the ability to further refine the models once sufficient additional training is available. Iron Mountain is uniquely positioned as we can provide the customer with either the ability to process exceptions themselves or leverage Iron Mountain staff delivering 99% accuracy without customer resources being required. We even have the ability to group the documents together. For example, a mortgage application, which contains so many documents, so that they can be processed as a group to certify completeness and accuracy. All of the content is searchable in Insight, and we can apply information governance and retention using our IG solutions and provide audit-ready compliance. Finally, we can provide the link to the physical original, which is so valuable to many of our customers and being protected in our Iron Mountain facilities. So let's look at how we turn unstructured content into usable data and insights using IDP, leveraging our partnership with AWS. I think about Insight as really three different components. The input, we talked about physical documents, tapes, microfilm, fiche, digital data being the input. The magic is really in the processing pipeline, where we use artificial intelligence and machine learning, including Amazon Textract, Amazon Recognition, Amazon Transcribe, and Amazon Comprehend, just to name a few. Once we classify and extract all of the value from the content and understand what we have, we can then use that content for multiple use cases to enable downstream workflows, to support customer engagement, apply policy and retention, and of course, search and collaborate across the content. As an example, if I am looking at contracts, classification and entity extraction would be enabled to understand the type of contract and terms, and we can layer in signature detection and analysis. For our mortgage customers, we often classify 50 plus document types and extract and validate over 100 data points for every single loan to ensure that we are meeting compliance requirements. For accounts payable and claims processing, classifying, extracting, and validating data to enable straight-through processing. If there was a complex table structure on a document that we knew was going to be ingested and processed through, we can make sure that processor was included as well. We have the ability to configure the processing pipeline to match the business needs for our customers using the platform. Kristen, who's joining us today, is also going to share a healthcare case study with you later in the session. Iron Mountain has provided document review and data capture services globally to our customers for many years. A key differentiator for us is our human-in-the-loop process used to validate ML classification and extraction and support exception processing. We are always focused on continuously improving our processes and improving the accuracy of models. Our human-in-the-loop complements the AI ML and allows us to deliver at very high quality and accuracy for our customers. So what do you gain using Iron Mountain Insight? You unlock the power of data through a single user interface to empower teams across your organization and provide unparalleled data access. You gain business insights, enterprise-wide efficiency to improve operational costs and create new revenue streams. Security and compliance, stronger protocols to protect organizational data and patient privacy in our healthcare example. David, would you kindly give the team a view into the reference architecture?
Thanks, Helene. It's a secure Kubernetes-based scalable architecture, taking advantage of AWS high availability with multiple zones. Using key artificial intelligence and machine learning APIs allows us to be able to classify and extract data from documents at scale. Because we're running in AWS, we're able to meet data security and data sovereignty requirements which our customers demand. And we can do it quickly, taking hours to days to stand up an environment versus the months for a traditional environment.
David, thank you so much. We're going to turn it to Kristen Wilcox to share an awesome case study from Grey Bruce Healthcare.
Dave, Helene, wow, that was a powerful overview. And I'm excited because I next get to talk about a customer success story. Grey Bruce Health Services is a hospital network in Ontario, Canada that operates 6 sites. Like so many healthcare providers today, Grey Bruce was challenged with the lack of on-premise space for patient care initiatives and limited resources and funding to advance their digital-first strategies. Using a combination of Iron Mountain solutions, a large volume of physical records were transported off-site using Iron Mountain Secure Transportation Services, providing a chain of custody to the physical records with point-to-point logistics. An Iron Mountain Secure Record Center is where the records were taken and space was freed up internally on the customer's premise. So patient care functions were able to be laid out. Information lifecycle management practices are a key differentiator with Iron Mountain services, which Grey Bruce took complete advantage of using Iron Mountain Smart Sort. This service included a compare of the patient chart data that was sent off-site to the hospital's master patient index and records retention schedule. This validated which records were prioritized to be digitized to the cloud, which records would be stored offsite and accessed digitally on demand, and which records we could securely destroy with Iron Mountain Secure Document Destruction. Next, Iron Mountain Insight on AWS was deployed. The Insight solution, which we've heard a lot about during today's presentation, is a subscription-based content services SaaS offering on AWS, and it served as the gateway to accelerating the hospital's physical records to the cloud, as well as using machine learning to extract valuable patient data. 32,000 paper patient charts and 3.5 million images were scanned and ingested into Iron Mountain's Insight platform on AWS. Iron Mountain uses AWS artificial intelligence and machine learning. Amazon TextTrack was used, which automatically extracts text and handwriting and data from scanned documents and ensures the document's content is completely searchable for its users. Insight provided the clinicians and hospital staff centralized access to their data. Previously, they had no physical access to the data. They had to search for the data and access manually. Also, by using the Insight solution, it eliminated the hospital spending on costly EMR and migration storage. In summary, Gray Bruce used Iron Mountain to help the hospital move forward with their digital-first priorities in 3 key areas. 1, moving the data off-site and leveraging the cloud to reclaim valuable space for patient care. And 2, improving the hospital's governance by instating an information lifecycle management program for patient records that adhered to the hospital's master patient index and records retention schedule. And 3, by digitizing physical records and accelerating to the cloud, and using Iron Mountain Insight on AWS, the hospital gained scalable process to centralize their access to their patient data, improve their decision-making processes, automate workflows to the correct internal teams to mitigate security risk. Like Gray Bruce, companies in any industry can use Iron Mountain's digital solutions and SaaS platform offerings on AWS to gain a foundational scale to their digital initiatives, to increase customer value and reduce costs, to improve governance and data-driven decisions to become more agile, to meet the evolving needs of their staff and their customers. Thank you for your time today. And now over to Jake, who's going to provide our wrap-up today. Thank you.
Thank you for taking time to learn about Amazon's IDP service as well as Iron Mountain's Insight solution. So as I mentioned earlier, AWS, we provide the APIs that have the IDP capability, but the easiest way to implement IDP is with our software partners, just like Iron Mountain's Insight solution. That way you're able to quickly get going and you don't have to build at the API level. To learn more about AWS Intelligent Document Processing, please visit our site. You also can see the Iron Mountain Insight solution on AWS Marketplace, and you can learn more about the AWS partnership if you visit the Iron Mountain website as well. Thank you very much for your time today.